deepest and darkest of woods, where not even the light of the moon can penetrate, two vile creatures indulge in dark delights and have conquered their comrades into capitulation. Now they wander these lands watching scary cinema, and there's a good chance you're next. Mandalore and Billy invite you to ponder some spooky tapes. Welcome.
Whoa!
That was good.
Yeah. Can you stop being so patronizing before I fucking fight you on the Millennium Tower, dude? I swear to God, motherfucker. One of these days, you and me, we're gonna tussle.
If it did open with that, with just like, welcome, I'd be like, it's PST, we're back.
It's peak.
That's appropriate for this movie, yeah.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is we need a new Norm intro.
I never said that.
Welcome back to Pondering Spooky Tapes. You've heard of the new norm, but what about the old norm? How about that?
It's not fucking funny, man.
It's not fucking funny, man.
Fine, whatever.
Dude, I know that Norm was at the fucking, he was at the Capitol January 6th. I fucking seen him
You've
there.
heard of Norm of the North, but what about Norm of the South?
Way down south.
A Gnome Named Gnorm, 1999, 1990s.
Oh my God.
A Gnome Named Gnorm. I did it again.
You know, let me opacity to zero. Let me be clear. I thought we were watching Detention and Billy gaslit us and myself once a fucking again.
Yeah.
Don't swallow. Spit.
Oh, I get that.
Oh.
Gross.
Norm the gnome. No.
What?
No.
What? What?
No. I fucking knew it.
What?
No.
Oh my God, this is why I didn't have subtitles.
Oh my God. You fucking
Oh.
bitch.
Okay.
Oh.
You fucking gnomed me.
I did the thing again. So see, I can't prank you guys in April anymore because then you expect it.
I would not have, personally.
Well, that's because it's your first time.
Yeah.
They got twice. They got once with Bob's
Bob
Burgers
Burger,
and another time with.
Gooby from Critters 4.
That's right.
And once you get goobied, you can never go back.
Once you go gooby, you'll never touch a booby.
That's good stuff, man.
That's pretty much the only fucking references that happened throughout the fucking movie was about Hoonies and shit.
I mean, I talked about the Hoonies once.
That dropped off and the movie got really insane.
No, Mandy was stuck on that
Early
for a while.
until the movie kept happening.
Yeah, it's very.
And then it completely drew us in because of. We don't even start.
Okay, let's start with this. This movie stars Anthony Michael Hall as the cop. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know a single fucking person's name in there. Gallagher.
Lumen will burn bright. Lumen will burn bright.
Claudia Christian from Babylon 5 as the lady.
Yeah.
And Rob Paulson as the voice of Gnorm.
Wait, was that Sam that Brendan and I both thought was Janeway for a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was Ivanova in Babylon 5. I thought she was Janeway because I was still rattling from the shock of like the reveal that we were watching Norm.
Yeah.
And then my sci-fi brain was correct in a way, but it was the lady from Babylon 5.
Is she not in Star Trek at all? She seems like she would be.
She could have surely been in an episode.
She could have been in an
That's
episode
kind of what
or
I'm
something.
thinking. Because so far, we don't really have our definitive, like, they were in Star Trek.
I don't think I've ever rewatched Voyager.
I know she's in Fallout 76.
Auditioned for the role of 7 of 9, but did not get it for Voyager.
So she could have been 7 and 9, yeah.
There you go. That's the closest we're going to get, I think. Unless there's somebody in there.
It's okay. She got to work with Harlan Ellison, and Harlan Ellison would have hated this fucking movie, so.
Yeah. Also, Robert Zadar was in this.
Yeah, I love one thing I can mention before we if we try to break the movie down beat for beat, is that the villain, one of the bad guys was named Zadar, but it wasn't played by Robert Zadar. And then one of the bad guys was named after the director.
Who was also not played by director.
Yeah, who was also not played by the director.
Shuffle the names around.
They were just like, who do we name the bad guy? Robert Zadar. Hey, Zadar, come over here. Man, I don't want to fucking be here. All right, just name him Zadar.
It's weird because for such an iconic chin, I couldn't tell it was him with all the hair.
It's the hair and the glasses.
The moment you said Maniac Cop, I was like, oh, fuck, I'm dumb as shit. Of course it's him. But like
Just
as I
looks
was
like a
watching
prosthetic. I can't believe that's his real chin.
That's his face. Yeah. He was affected by cherubism, a rare genetic condition that caused excessive bone growth in the lower face.
Okay, that's why he looks so fucking badass.
Oh, so I'm being ableist. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that's another reason why he got like a lot of the parts that he got, like Maniac Cop and Maniac Cop 2, is because he had that very unique look.
Huh.
He was also in Samurai Cop and I think Samurai Cop 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Peculiar fellow.
He was in a lot of movies.
I love Maniac Cop. That's one of those movies that I want to watch the sequel on here because I think the first movie for Maniac Cop is good. The second one is so much better in every other way. But God, we're getting so far. We're getting so far from the real movie of the hour.
We have to talk about Gnorm.
Gnorm.
Man, we really don't want to talk about it. How about we start with the director? How about we keep moving on with the director? So this was a Stan Winston project. So for the people who don't know, Stan Winston is, I don't know, man, just
Jesus Christ,
a fucking absolute legend.
The effects man.
Revolutionized visual effects for years to come. Terminator 2, Jurassic Park, Aliens, The Thing. I'm not going to keep naming them because it does not end. He has done so much work. He is extremely prolific and he's just fucking badass.
He's kind of fucking awesome.
This was one of the, I don't know how many movies he actually directed. I think like he directed 2.
I thought this would have been before Pumpkinhead, but I'm going, no, Pumpkinhead was his first movie, I thought.
Okay, he only directed 2 movies, Pumpkinhead and A Gnome Named Gnorm.
That's why it's fucked up. This feels like...
That's why it's fucked up.
This feels like it should have been way before.
Genuine career-ending movie.
No, it is not. It is not.
Directorial career.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah, Pumpkinhead is one of those horror movies. It's fine.
It's all
I like
right.
Pumpkinhead well enough. I don't think it's as good as people make it out to be.
I was dropped in with zero context. I know nothing about any of the people who made this. The most I know is what you told me during this recording session. So I'm so lost.
How the movie starts is that the little gnome named Gnorm comes out of the earth and hides in an abandoned zoo.
Yes.
He does say that. He does that a lot.
I think we have to emphasize that we said his name was Gnorm as a joke at first, but then it turns out his name actually is Gnorm.
That's actually how you pronounce Gnorm the Gnome.
What are you?
Gnome.
All right, so you're a gnome. What's your name, gnome?
Gnorm.
He's literally Gnome Gnorm. Also, it's worth saying that this movie is also called Upworld. So if you're trying to listen to our commentary track and you cannot find this movie, it's free to watch on YouTube, but you just have to type in Upworld instead of A Gnome Named Gnorm.
That's what makes it more insane, though, because I had heard about Upworld, that Stan Winston had done something called Upworld. And you hear the name like, oh, it's some sort of drama or maybe a sci-fi thing or some other... So it sounds a little more adult. And then it turns out it's a renaming of Gnorm the Gnome. The Gnome?
I mean, let's be fucking real. It's even more confusing than that because who is this for?
That's
what
the
is
thing.
this movie for? I thought it was a kid's movie. That's why I picked it as a
I
joke.
think it is. It's like a family
Is it
thing.
though?
It feels
It's so
like
horny.
a family movie.
It's a family
it's-
movie, but if you saw it's like E.T. if you saw his balls.
Oh, you did.
That
oh my God, you
happened.
saw it.
Oh,
that
right.
happened. You
Oh,
see his
fuck,
balls.
you do.
You guys kept saying that wasn't his balls.
I still
That was
don't think it was his
100%
balls. You can play the tape
That
back.
was
I
his
think it was
balls.
like a brown poster that was interlaid.
We're stopping this. No, we're stopping this right now.
Pull up the tape.
I'm
Pull up the
fucking
tape.
swear to God.
There were at least cheeks. Like that was dead
I know there
on.
were cheeks. He was not hanging gnome dog.
Yes, he fucking was.
No, I'm pretty sure it was like a plaque or a poster behind the. There was no
he
twigs and
fucking
berries. There was no twigs and berries.
He fucking was, bro. Hey,
Yeah.
what's that? Hey, what do you see that? Do you see that little fucking thing right there?
Oh my God!
What is
there's
that?
twigs.
That's little
Wait,
hog. That's hog.
Run it back by a second.
Yeah.
You can't be.
They're literally his
Brandon,
balls.
that is literally his fucking balls. That's
Oh
his
God,
little
you're right.
butthole
There is
and
twigs
balls.
and berries. Oh my God!
No balls.
man.
I didn't think there were actual gnome balls. I didn't think
Yes,
they were going to
it's
twigs
that's
and
why we
berries.
freaked the fuck
out.
That's why we freaked out because you see Gnorm's little gnards.
I thought it was a little plaque or something on the wall. I'm sorry.
No, there's his balls.
It's literally his fucking little hog. He's fucking hogging out.
I didn't know he was hanging the hog.
Stop saying things.
We still haven't even talked about the fucking plot of the movie. It's a buddy cop movie, by the way.
What plot? He wants to rock. He goes lumen.
Well, there's lore. There's deep lore. He's a little gnome, and there's a caste system.
There's deep lore. You gotta really dig to find it.
There is. Because he's a digger, but diggers don't get chicks.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
No, that's what they're called. They're called diggers.
They're tunnelers, actually.
Tunnelers?
Yeah, they're called tunnelers. Yeah.
Oh my God,
you are gnome slurring.
White people, the moment somebody says anything similar to the N-word.
Oh no, I was saying you were saying a
said.
gnomish slur. I was saying you were saying the gnomish slur.
Oh, fuck off.
I was saying,
is it gnomish?
Like they call each other that whenever they want to hurt each other's feelings.
Yeah.
And it's just really fucked that you're
Tunneler.
adopting that.
Tunneler.
You're hurting my feelings right now, bro.
I don't remember if that was real or not, because I do remember him being like, "Oh, the Puka warriors are the greatest."
Well, Puka means
Puka
girlfriend.
is women.
Puka means girlfriend or a relationship.
Puka is, it's a sweetheart.
Yeah, it's your sweetheart.
Oh, I thought Puka meant women. Not women, warriors.
No, warrior means warrior.
No, Puka is relationship. There's the warrior caste, the tunneler caste. Yes.
That makes more sense, because I was like, oh, Gallagher's doing this because he wants to become the Puka. Right? But
no, it's because he wants to get the Puka.
He did not want to be the Puka. Yes, he wanted.
There's an entire world that the movie refuses to show you
because it'd be too expensive to show. Like,
it would probably be way too much.
I thought Brendan was right, and there would be a horrendously expensive shot of the Gnome City, but it never came.
I really did think there was going to be a Gnome City. I wanted it.
It would have been cool.
It's like how you never show the monster because then it loses its power. It's not as scary. It's like you don't show Downworld because then
it's too scary.
Yeah.
I don't want to live in a world where I know that they're down there.
I don't want to see his people.
That's fucked up.
I don't want to see him again.
Better not to know.
I think we already saw enough when we saw his fucking little balls. See, that's what I'm saying though. It's not a movie for kids.
We haven't said anything about it except there's a
hanging balls.
No, I think that this even with that, I still think it passes as like this is a family movie asterisk. This is PG-13.
He makes out with a woman, and then there's another scene where he grabs her ass. He grabs her ass and he goes, "Oh, run, good."
Off screen. Very intentionally off screen.
Was that before or after he told Gallagher to make her toes curl?
Make her toes curl.
Make her toes curl.
I can't believe that they had that motherfucker say that.
Right. Here's the plot of it. There's a rock called the Lumen that's a crystal, and every 10 years, a gnome has to come up to bring it to the sun and charge it, and they use it as their sun for a decade.
But usually it's a warrior.
Sounds so much like you're just making shit up on the
spot
that's what
right now.
No, it's literally what happens.
So
it's what happens.
But because he's a dog shit tunneler, he wants a girl who likes warriors. He goes, I'm going to bring it up instead. So he steals it to bring it up, and he loses it. And he goes, where's the lumen? Where's the lumen? I'll find a cop. He'll help me find the lumen. Well, no, he doesn't even do that. He just stumbles across the cop and kind of just moans at him.
Yeah.
The moan magic. Oh, God, the moan magic.
Oh, my God. It sounds like... Dude, okay. Can we just... Real quick...
We should describe what he looks like.
He looks like Unreal Engine 5 Jar Jar Binks scaled down.
He looks like a Wookiee Dobby.
You know what? He looks like a Wookiee with mange.
Yeah.
He looks like Lumpy from the Christmas special with mange.
Yeah, with mange. Yes.
Yeah, mangy Lumpy.
Less people are going to know what the fuck that is, and more people are going to know what the hell...
Imagine a little Chewbacca.
He kind of looks more like that dragon from Neverending Story. Falco, yeah. Falco. Except like small and really fucking hateable.
Stunted growth Falco be like.
I hate that fucking... I hate that
any description of it will include the word sickly, no matter what you're comparing it to.
Very sickly.
I've got like sort of a love-hate relationship with him, honestly. I really enjoy being repulsed by him. You know what I mean? Like it's a really, really enjoyable kind of disgust that I feel.
Dude, there's some scenes where he just like looks into the camera and his lips quiver, and it's weird as fuck.
The way
it's so uncomfortable.
I can't believe how his eyes are. They're so big and so dilated.
They're so alive.
He's got like puppy dog eyes 24/7. It's like, you know how you look into like the eyes of, say, I don't know, like a horse or a cow, and you'll have a moment of like, wow, there's a beautiful creature in behind these eyes. It's like,
Except
I feel that
that's
when
not
I look
exactly
into
thought.
when I look at Gnorm, I kind of get that feeling, except it's like mixed with it's wonder and repulsion at once, you know?
It's an amazing puppet. Let's get that out of the way. Stan Winston done it again. It looks fantastic.
It's incredible how alive he is, and I wish he wasn't.
Yeah.
This creature is so alive and magical, and that says, grab her tits.
Yeah.
He sounds exactly like me, man.
Doesn't he say like grab her puff puffs, nice puff puffs,
Right,
or something
puff
about her
puff.
butt?
Yeah, puff puffs. Grab her puff puffs.
Billy's impression's dead on. To the point, the
it's
entire
insane.
movie, we couldn't tell if it was him or the Gnorm making sounds.
The moment he started talking, I was like, "What the fuck? That's literally me." That's like
We
the
thought
way
he dubbed over him as part of the joke.
because I fucking. It sounds like.
Billy, I might ask you to help me make an edit of this at some point. It's like too good.
It just sounds the same. We're just hearing him. It's dead on. That's it. That's the movie.
It just sounds so gross.
It's 24/7. He's always moaning.
Can we talk about Gnorm's incredible costume changes where like 4 times in the movie, in the
God.
middle of the movie, he's just swapping back and forth between costumes?
Oh god.
Remember when someone slapped him against the wall and it was like a funny Looney Tunes bit, but he rolled on the pane and ground?
That was fucking amazing.
He went right in English.
I was half expecting him to like stay glued to the wall.
Or he goes
love
and get up. No, he rolls around in pain going, for 3 minutes.
It felt so real for a second.
It's such a real slam.
Oh fuck. He gets fucking destroyed so often that they must have known how funny it was.
I'm just imagining a version of this where I do fuck with it and get Billy to help and just overdubbing that part with like just off-screen panda.
Fuck.
This movie doesn't really have acts. It has stages, like some kind of illness. Like stage 1 is Stage 1 is, I think this will be like a Gremlins thing, maybe.
Yeah.
And then stage 2 is, maybe this is going to be like a scary horror thing. And then
It
stage
does
3
get
is,
really weirdly spooky.
Yeah, but then stage 3 is, this is like going to be a little kid movie. Then stage 4 is, what the fuck, this is a buddy cop movie now.
Yeah.
And then it just randomly picks between them for the rest of the movie.
It really does just constantly switch, man.
It's mostly a buddy cop, but it can't commit to it fully.
No, it keeps dabbling in the others, but buddy cop is the final stage. It metastasizes.
Yeah.
I think that the entirety of this movie, as I was watching it and more of the buddy cop stuff happened, I realized how much this is just every single sketch comedy show when they do a buddy cop joke.
Yeah.
Is just this movie. This movie is just every sketch comedy show, every late night show, every comedy bit where they make like a fake buddy cop show. It won't beat out the Gnome, like, because this was just a real movie and it was in theaters.
It did have a release, then it was pulled for some fucking reason and then came back in 92.
I cannot
For some
imagine
reason.
why.
Probably the nuts and balls, probably the penis and balls.
But how
What
weird is that?
reason
It fucking,
would they have?
Come on, Sonny,
They
let's hit
put
the
it
funny
up.
gnome. Oh, fuck her.
Baker Toast Girl.
We're going home.
it got a limited release in 99. It was pulled from circulation and then re-released in 92. 1990. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh my god.
You can watch The Phantom Menace and go to the theater next door to see Gnorm.
Oh my God, they filmed it in 46 days.
Oh my god, what?
wow.
Man.
But with all those effects, like the floor tile Bugs Bunny routine and how they do that fast?
This was a really shockingly high production movie. I was not expecting the amount of visual effects that went into some of these scenes.
Yeah, it's filmed like a fucking crime movie. Like, it looks really stark and kind of dirty and grimy at parts.
That's what I was gonna say. Though. It's such a time capsule of how fucking disgusting LA is.
Well, I found a quote from the producer and screenwriters. So he wanted to make E.T. meets 48 Hours, the like traditional buddy cop movie. He really just wanted to make an E.T. buddy cop movie. That was the point.
Man, I don't.
Mission accomplished?
Kinda. I don't even know if it accomplished or not.
I mean, it certainly checks those boxes, but the result is something else.
Listen, man, I have been thoroughly entertained by this movie.
Yes.
It went by so fucking quick, mostly because the entire time was just us screaming.
Yeah.
It was short.
And I don't know if it was shock, horror, or laughter. It was just kind of a mix of everything at the same time.
It does feel like at least 20 minutes was cut out because they did all the creature bits. You know, like, oh, we're going to disguise him as baby. Put on the sunglasses and he's cool guy. But they'd end super abruptly. Like, he puts on the sunglasses, it starts playing Lowrider. I felt like the George Lopez song was fucking playing at 3 a.m. Like, I thought you put that in. Like,
no, I didn't put that in. That was that. Oh, the only thing that I changed from the movie was the ending song. I added Get Down with the Sickness for the ending, so it just fades to black and goes, oh wow.
And we all screamed for half a second until realizing that, wait, no, this movie was way earlier than that.
What an insane movie, dude. What the fuck?
I did. It was prominently.
No, fuck off. Billy.
I fucking knew it.
He has the cool sunglasses on. He's like, oh, he's gonna be a cool guy, right?
It plays Lowrider twice.
But the first time it plays 10 seconds. Then he walks onto the beach, takes his sunglasses off, and there's a slow pan around him while he stares into the ocean.
If you're watching the video version right now, this is what it's being shown on screen right now. We are not cutting away until this entire fucking scene is done. It is gorgeous.
At one side, can you show like the JPEG of the horse looking out into the ocean and it says man? Because it's kind of the energy of that.
I just found something incredible from one of the joke writers of A Gnome Named Gnorm.
Yeah.
Do you know how I made the joke about the Chekhov Zagnut bar?
Yeah.
I have to read this bit from a blog post by one of the joke writers who worked on Gnome Name. Yeah, so this is one of the comedians who worked on the jokes for the Gnome.
Gnome Ganation, dude.
Yeah.
What?
This is one of the comedians who wrote jokes for the movie.
Oh shit.
Stan Winston did teach us to write better action to make sure we kept track of all the moving pieces like a director. We had written a car chase with a stolen hearse, and he patiently showed us how what we had described wouldn't cut together in the editing. We tried to teach Stan a little about comedy. He wanted to change a line. When we first meet our hotshot cop, he breezes in and jauntily plucks a candy bar from the pocket of an uptight rival detective. Oh good, my Zagnut bar, he says with aplomb. Stan didn't know what a Zagnut bar was. Apparently their distribution was limited. Let's make it something else, Stan declared. A Snickers or something. Terry protested. No, Zagnut is funny. Snickers just seems like product placement. I agreed. Even with the K sound, Snickers is just not funny. Yet, it's literally a word that means laughter, Terry mused. Snicker. It's kind of a mean laughter, I noted, like sneering. Stan ignored us, so Terry called the Leaf Candy Company in Chicago and told them of our plight. They immediately rush-shipped us 2 cases. We hit Zagnut bars all around the production office where Stan would find them. In his desk drawers, on his bookshelf, in his jacket pockets, in his script binder. Stan would chance upon them for days.
That's fucking awesome.
So he was just being Smirnoff iced by these things.
So there was a scene with the Zagnut bar, and they ended up cutting it because sadly Anthony Michael Hall did not resonate a plum. His line delivery was more manic than Murray-esque. Instead of tossing off the line as a confident smart aleck, he entered shouting like a drill sergeant. He also inverted the words so the line didn't land. Got my Zagnut bar, very good, Terry grumbled. What the hell was that?
This movie has dude, I didn't know they had there was anything about this movie online. That's pretty impressive.
I was doing some Googling and I found out, one of the writers wrote like a blog post about this Zagnut bar scene that got cut because I was curious because the Zagnut bar was there, it was prominent, and you guys were just like, he's a candy bar in his pocket. I was like, no, that's a Zagnut bar. Why would a Zagnut bar be in LA?
I mean, to be fair, I don't know what the fuck that is.
Why the fuck do you know so much about Zagnut bars?
Because I know
had never heard of them till today.
Media and candies, Julian. I'm a freak. Get over it.
Is that just like a thing that's around your area and nowhere else?
It's got to be a regional thing.
So Zagnut is more of a Midwestern, like Chicago to Midwestern. It's a candy bar here.
Okay,
because I was gonna say I've never fucking heard of that in my life.
This movie had very specific things to fuck with us individually.
Yeah.
Like, I had Puka. Brendan had Zagnut bars.
What did I
Brendan
have?
was... No, Billy, you were Gnorm. That was yours.
I guess having the same voice as the fucking creepy, horny gnome is pretty bad.
And then Julian had to see the practical effects on its face and see every tiny micro muscle movement it had in the service of it saying, ah.
I just had to be dropped into a fucking movie with absolutely zero context as to any single. I was so lost. I was more lost than any of
The
you.
context
I
is
had
just Billy going,
I had nothing.
this is the guy who made Jurassic Park effects. That was
Nothing to grab onto, nothing to ground me. I was in free fall for the entirety of the runtime.
You were literally in one of those wind tunnels. You were just
That's
lost.
fine though. It was like a wind tunnel, except sometimes you'd see a fucking horny gnome. Actually, a lot of times.
I was in free fall until we realized it was a buddy cop movie, and then I landed in like the worst possible place because I just
landed on your fucking
I can't
head.
fucking believe that that's where we are now. This sucks so bad.
It was awesome.
This movie's awesome. This movie's awesome.
This sucks. I hate it. Love it.
You know, I did find a bunch of slides from Gnome Named Gnorm, like official film slides. I posted them at Pondering. You can buy them. They're $20 a piece.
What?
They are vintage movie. They're promotion slides from the movie. I posted a poster as well in there. They're dirt cheap. Yeah. There's also an original Japanese mini poster when it was Upworld.
the fucking mugshot.
The mugshot. That's kind of.
But then the second one is like, what is that? Is that a purse? What is this pose?
There's like 20 of those slides. There's like 20 of those slides on the on eBay right now.
I want to talk about the second one where he's posed with the the height meter. What emotion are you supposed to get from that? Legitimately, is it adventure? Is it funny? What the expression?
When I saw the thumbnail from that, I thought it was the sexy gremlin from Gremlins 2 for a moment. I did get a little. I was like, what?
Like the third one, like any of these. What am I supposed to get from that?
Okay, I disagree. I think the Japanese poster looks fucking awesome.
It does. It looks awesome.
Billy, I think you and I need to talk after we're done recording.
Am I in trouble? Am I in trouble?
No, I think there's a new project we need to do.
Oh my fucking god, dude. I will say there's one bit. They must have found it funny as shit when he got hurt, because one of the main characteristics of Gnorm is that he can't see windows or glass, and he just keeps fucking slamming his face into it, and it's like the loudest fucking BAM!
My theory was they hated working with the puppet.
The way he ends up flat foot on the floor every single time too. It's the most absurd. It's the most absurd recurring
Dude,
gag.
he would pass out. Also, to bring it back to the hearse chase that you mentioned earlier, that was like proper good fucking shit.
It was so good.
Yeah.
Why was it so good?
It was very similar to like some of the best stuff you would see in Blues Brothers. It even has the jazz backing and everything.
I would honestly argue that Blues Brothers, it's hard to beat in terms of like scale. Like they really did just throw 30 cop cars into a pile.
Oh, yeah. The amount of cars
But like in terms of moment to moment, like just like the pace of the action, I kind of preferred this because it was quicker. It was very concise.
I wonder if that was intentional though, or if like 20 minutes or 30 minutes of this movie are just gone. Like the sunglasses to Forlorn at Beach was the feeling of like walking to a party, you have the beer, you're sitting on the counter like, we're going to have fun. And then you get that feeling of, I feel lonely. But it happens the first like 10 seconds of the party and not like you've been there 3 or 4 hours. It's just immediately, I'm the cool guy. Then I'm going to stare into the sea.
Yeah.
Forlornly.
I would say that there is something missing from it because like the lady cop.
Oh, she's like a non-character.
Yeah, she's a non-character, but she's like becomes main character within the last 20 minutes of the movie, and you're expected to be like,
she goes to trick the bad man.
That's a little unfair. She does she's established briefly at the beginning, and she has a couple scenes where like he calls her and they have the little dynamic of like,
he tries to show her a Gnorm, but then he's too quick for her to see him.
I don't think they have the relationship that the movie implies they do.
I mean, that's a lot of noir movies though.
That might not necessarily be due to cut content. It might just be, because the stuff that's there doesn't really land.
There was an original ending. I did find out that the ending was changed to be the sexy, make her toes curl. Apparently there was going to be a more interesting and poignant ending at the very finale, but
poignant.
They cut it to be funny.
Poignant?
I'm convinced Norm is supposed to die. Gnorm is supposed to die. When he gets shot, I think he's supposed to eat shit and die right there.
Let him bleed out.
Because his body flies back so far from that gunshot.
Oh my God. I forgot when he gets shot and just fucking thrown. I was going to say 5 feet, bro. I think he goes like 20 feet. Dude, it was so fucking far. It was so quick.
Because he grabs a gun but fires it the wrong way. What do you call him? A thick-skinned little runt?
I can't believe I've watched 2 strange creature movies from the late 80s to early 90s where at the end, during the climax at night, they pull up a gun and shoot someone.
What was the other one?
Mac and Me?
Oh, Mac and Me.
If you don't know, then I'm not telling you.
Yeah, the cops shoot up that kid.
I know Mac and Me. Did you know that there's a Japanese ending where the wheelchair boy dies?
What?
Well, no, he doesn't die. He gets
No, he gets shot and dies. He 100% dies. He just gets revived.
No, he gets shot, but the family revives him with their bullshit McDonald's magic.
That doesn't mean he doesn't die.
He dies and
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, that's what
But he
I'm
doesn't
saying.
stay dead.
He doesn't stay
But you are
dead.
right.
He dies and then Mac just
They revive him with
Mac
McDonald's
gets
magic.
up and fucking gives him McDonald's powers and then he's alive.
Great.
Yeah.
For reference, the aliens in the movie on their planet, they poke straws into the ground to drink liquid out.
And they drink Coca-Cola.
And it's a strongly implied it's Coca-Cola on our planet. So like this is like the stuff from their planet.
Yeah.
So they wander the desert trying to shove straws in the ground of the LA desert to get Coca-Cola, but there is none.
They just fucking eat
God, they're
dirt.
disgusting.
They just eat dirt.
They're such disgusting aliens.
I fucking
my
hate those
God.
guys, dude. Jesus Christ.
Actually never watched Mac and Me.
Why would you lie?
It's really entertaining.
Why would you lie to me like that?
I don't know, man.
We just
Should I watch Mac and Me? Should I do that?
Yeah, you don't see his balls. That's a plus.
You know what? Better movie, no balls, no hog. The only fucking awful thing, I mean, it's not, even the effects are terrible in Mac and Me, to be fair. Like, compared to Gnorm.
And it's all about McDonald's.
Well, it's Stan Winston. It's Stan Winston, like right before
but
Jurassic
how
Park.
weird is it that fucking Gnorm was less popular than Mac and Me? Mac and Me is still like so popular compared to Gnorm. Why?
Well, yeah, but part of that is because of Paul Rudd's bit on Conan, where he consistently brings it up year after year.
Do you think that's why?
I think that's a little bit of it. I do, because it's happened.
I don't know if it does that much legwork.
Yeah, but it happens so often.
It does keep it relevant, though. Yeah.
I guess it would. I guess if Paul Rudd changed it for Gnorm looking at you with his fuck me eyes, maybe things would be different.
No, it'd change to the Norm Beach scene where he looks at it. You're expecting the
Yeah.
What?
Well, I think the big difference is with Mac and Me. He has like the fucked up big eyes. Like he looks like a shitty puppet. Like there's parts that are wobbling him around on the screen to have him like run. But you see Gnorm for the first time. It still might be one of the best. Like I'm sure just like some shots were animatronic, others were puppets. Like his eyes, the micro movements, the way like his eyebrows and lips move.
It's kind of insane.
It's shockingly realistic. Like it looks alive, but in a way where I wish this thing was dead. I don't want it to be alive.
Exactly.
Oh, I remember the quote, Puka, nice roundies, nice popos.
Giant popos.
Nice popos.
Don't
Nice
like
popos.
your memory.
Remember when he pointed at her and went, "Oh, mommy milky."
Remember when he put a meat hook in Robert Zadar's butt and Robert Zadar fell into the fucking slop
Oh
pit?
my god! No, in his balls.
Yeah, in his balls, yeah.
He fucking meat hooked his balls. That was insane.
Yeah, you did do that.
Do you remember when he pointed at Gallagher and started moaning, and Gallagher started moaning back, and we couldn't tell what was happening?
Props to Stan Winston for putting Lowrider in this twice. Just the most ridiculous, like I did not expect. I kept thinking like of this movie as like 85, even though I knew it was 90. And I was like, 1985, because it's such a 1985 creature movie. And then I just, Lowrider.
Yeah.
Lowrider. Do you think George Lopez saw that? I got to get that gnome song.
I gotta get the gnome song.
I think he saw it and he was like, "Fuck! I can't believe they didn't invite me to this. I've got to
Fuck,
take
I can't
this song
believe
for
they've
my
done
own.
this.
They can't have this. They can't have this."
Do you think maybe when he was talking about, he was telling a producer for his show, like, and they said, oh, and like for like the, for the theme, got like a normal song. Like he was saying it really fast running out of the office. He said, do you say like a Norm song?
Norm
Like a Norm song? Do you say a Norm song? Do you say normal or Norm song? Oh, what is this movie just came out?
pretty normal.
I can't believe he's actually called Gnorm. I stopped saying Gnorm more when I found out he was actually named Gnorm.
Well, because it's real now. It's not a joke anymore. There's no.
I can't believe they confirmed that. It's of all the fucking stupid shit, man.
It felt cruel in a way. It felt like the movie reaching out to tell us to go fuck ourselves.
It felt like it knew.
It did feel like the movie fucking hurting us.
This movie's like, it feels so fucking German it should come with copies of Farm Simulator. It feels like something lost in translation, but it's all in English.
I don't know. I
don't understand what you mean by that.
Okay, here's what I mean, right? If you think of like Killer Condom, right?
Okay, yeah.
Where there's stuff in Killer Condom that's like blatantly funny, but like some parts of it are played so straight.
Okay, I just want to say real quick, that's so, like, that episode never came out because of some issues. So like a lot of people are listening and being like, Killer Condom?
Yeah, on the tech back end, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But for reference, it's a German movie. Yeah, about Killer Condom.
It's a German art movie. It's fantastic.
Yes. But in Killer Condom, or like German humor like that, they play it so straight where the joke is just that, oh, look at this silly situation, but they're taking it this seriously, which this doesn't do that all the time. But like when the funny scenes are happening,
it's very inconsistent.
It feels random.
Yes. Gnorm bursts out of the ground and like punches a guy in the dick or stabs someone. It doesn't play like, funny haha family music. It's like dramatic crime movie music. Or it's like, am I supposed to laugh, or is this like, it feels like a fight feels so brutal?
It's scored really seriously, but the action is very, very intense.
The fights feel really life or death.
But also the performances are completely fucking ridiculous. Like no one is taking their actual lines seriously. It's such a
of course
weird
not, because they're
mismatch.
seeing that fucking puppet.
I found an interview from Rob Paulson, and I love the most interesting thing he has to say about working as the voice for Norm is that Stan Winston drove a Porsche, and he also drove a Porsche.
Awesome, man. He did not give a fuck.
No, listen,
Gnome.
Billy, do you drive a Mazda? Because I drive a Mazda. This is why I love this podcast.
I drive a Tucson.
I fucking hate this podcast.
Oh.
My wife also drives a Tucson, so hey.
Oh, ain't that nice?
Wow, this is why you guys get along, I think.
This is why we get along so much, you and I. So that our wives can drive us around, and by wife I mean my husband.
I think we get along because my blood is made entirely of sand. So
I think it's because we're both cavemen.
It's 95. Hey, my mom did the 23andMe. It came back 95 percentile for Neanderthal DNA.
Yeah, remember earlier when I said there are two types of men. There are men who want to dig holes and men who want to go on quests, and we are hole men of whole variety. I have a Billy question for you guys. A very rare Billy question. If you could add any like stereotypical buddy cop, not buddy cop, but like weird creature movie thing in this, what would it be?
So what do you mean?
You mean like an element or a scene?
So I'm talking about, like, for me personally, I was talking about this. I was like, every one of these like movies where some critter emerges and it has to discover the human world. They always have a thing where they're like, let's go explore LA, let's go explore New York. And they didn't really do that. And I really wanted him to walk around Hollywood and just like take pictures with people, because they're in LA, but they don't really use LA for anything really. It's not a, I don't know how to describe
how much
it.
liberty am I allowed to take here? Like, can I?
Oh, fucking who cares? It's, baby girl, it is Norm the Gnome. Infinite budget for you.
Well, I know. Well, what I'm saying is, I wish it came out after 2001, because my answer would be I want it to take place in New York, and I want them to like visit like the Twin Tower Memorial.
Why would they? Why?
Because I want to see how good Gnorm reacts to like this kind of tragedy.
I want to see how Gnorm reacts to real human suffering when presented with us. How will he react?
Yeah, like I feel like he needs to understand that Upworld is not all beauty, you know?
No, he has never said that. The entire movie is
like freaking out.
Upworld crazy.
No, the end of the movie, like he leaves with a sense of wonder, and I feel like that's kind of it's a bit of a naive perspective.
At the end of the movie, he leaves with a boner.
I want to see.
He leaves with a boner. It literally stopped. It's a still image of him with a thumbs up while Lowrider plays.
It's very naive. That's very, very naive of him. I want Gnorm to be more grounded in reality, is what I'm saying.
You want him to... I mean, he could have gone to fucking, like... This is not funny. I'm not gonna.
I understand.
Like, so
I get no.
horrific.
Julian wants the Charlie Kaufman Gnome Named Gnorm. I get it. He wants the fucking he wants the full like the Schenectady, New York example.
Yeah.
First of all, bad news, future Billy. Oh wait, no, this is current.
I'm
Billy
right
now.
here.
Bad news. I forgot I had pushed the talk on again at some point. So there's going to be some parts that's confusing. But I want to contend with saying that he never does the explore the city scene.
Yeah.
He did explore the city, except he got sensory overload where he got scared by a jackhammer and a dude had his dog bark in his face.
Yeah, and he explored like the beach.
Dude, that scene is so
the
great.
dog bark. The guy's literally standing next to his dog while the dog is just fucking hammering like
Screeching his face.
and the guy just stands there like haha.
It was LA. It wasn't like welcome to the real world. It's magical. It's welcome to LA. This sucks.
Edit wherever that scene is entirely the same, but there's just a dub of the guy, like the dog owner, being like, "Yeah, get her,
Get her, Daisy."
This movie was missing one creature scene, which was the creature scene I would pick because it's really obvious. There was no Gnorm messes up the room, like he has a little party and plays music and eats pizza. He messes up the room. And then Gallagher has to hide it before the boss comes or the girl comes. There's no mess up the room scene.
Does he eat food? Oh no, I was gonna say there's no food scene where he eats a pizza and goes like, "Whoa, Upworld food, fucking yummy."
You're right.
And then
No,
goes
he eats paper.
but he doesn't like it. He eats cardboard.
Yeah, he sniffs a sausage and is like,
He ate burgers and ate the container.
He threw away the hot dog.
Sniffs a fucking sausage and goes like,
Brendan called it. He said, "Oh, eat the wrapper."
No, that was
And not
me.
only does
That
he
was
eat the
me.
wrapper,
Don't get your fucking
oh,
facts
yeah, you called
twisted.
it. No, you're right.
"Who cares?
He ate the food.
Of all the fucking things
I was the one who said he ate the wrapper.
But he went farther. He didn't just eat the wrapper. He took his food tray too and ate all of it. He ate the cardboard, the paper.
Do gnomes eat wood?
Yeah, and he knocked over his Coca-Cola and it spilled on his crotch and made him look like he peed himself.
It did make him look like he peed himself.
Yeah, and then he put on the sunglasses and said, "I'm the cool Gnorm now." And then he got on the beach and got sad.
Yeah, he went no eyes mode.
Okay, so his powers are so nebulous.
What powers? They just fucking spit at each other. He just spit loogies at him.
No. He like
No,
moans.
the moan power.
He has the yawning ability to make you sleepy. He has the sleepy power. That's it.
Yeah.
And the tunneling power.
Is that for sure what the moaning was?
Yes, he was yawning.
He yawns at you condescendingly and then you go to sleep.
He goes like,
yeah.
Did he go?
I couldn't tell it was actually a power or not by the end, except the digging.
I mean, it happens twice.
The Zagnut detective.
Well-
you got to remember the Zagnut detective. He makes him go to sleep.
Yeah.
And then he fucking.
he steals his clothes for no reason,
Yeah.
and then he's hanging.
Yeah, he should have been
dong.
wearing the tiny little detective suit. He should have. You know what? My creature scene
Yeah.
would have been Norm disguises throughout all the movie. Norm should have pretended to be a cop to escape and then tunnel through.
Yeah, little detective. They should have had that too. He's kind of hairy for a cop, isn't he? He's got a skin condition.
Oh, that would have been good.
Yeah, well, that's the trouble though. Is like you'd have to restructure the movie to make that work because there'd need to be someone who could cover for him. Like he can't just walk
No, he
around
just put
without
a hat on him
anyone.
at one point.
He can't
put
just
a
walk
hat
ar-
on him and everyone bought it.
This is too much thought. The movie does not care about setup, so why should you?
Yeah, you don't have to think. You could have him dressed up in an oversized detective suit wearing sunglasses.
Yeah.
And they'd be like,
Yeah.
who's the new guy? Because that's the logic of this movie. This is
I guess.
1985 creature logic.
He hit him at the fair, but he put a hat on him.
Yeah.
And everyone said, "Oh, look, that was all he needed."
Movie does not care about setting up a scene, so why should you?
Who's the new guy? New guy.
It doesn't matter.
New guy.
Creature movies exist in a universe where everybody has aphasia. Everybody has face blindness. Like the second you put like a hat, you wrap ET in a robe and you're like, that's a fucking ugly baby.
I mean,
what the hell?
Actually, that's a weird fucking thing. Because when he was walking around on the beach, everybody turned around and went, "Go?" But when he was dressed as a baby in front of Zadar, I don't remember his character's
But
name.
people only
knew.
went go because they were like, "That what a strange small guy."
He was just like, "I love children.
They went baby.
I love babies and children so much."
Critics are saying everyone has aphasia. Robert Ebert said,
That was a weird scene where he was just climbing on top of Zadar and just fucking, like touching him.
The amount of times that Gnorm climbs up on someone's shoulder and just starts moaning directly in their ear and breathing heavily. It's 3 separate times.
But it's so weird Because the person who has the fucking gnome on them never says a fucking thing. They're just like,
That's
yeah,
how
this
it's
is
magic, I
this
think.
is
They're
what
just
it is.
used to him by that point, I think. Either that or they like kids. So whatever, it's cute or something.
The first time he does the moaning magic, we weren't sure it was moaning magic because it just seemed like the scene in Alien Resurrection where Brad Dourif is making teeth at the alien in the cell. Like, he's just kind of moaning at him, and he's moaning back. And we're going, what's happening? Like, what is going on?
It was like really long as well. It was kind of not ending, the fucking moaning part.
It was like a solid
lot.
15, 20 seconds at least.
This all sounds fake.
There was that like quick action scene, and I'm thinking about it still, where Norm was dressed up like Paddington, but in yellow. And I keep thinking about how they have that quick, it's not even like, it feels like not even a minute. And then he goes outside and he's immediately back in the gnome clothing, like an incredible quick change. And then he gets run over.
Oh my God. That's right. Dude, he gets run over twice.
No, he nearly gets run over.
He was Gnormington. Well, no, it was a quick scene. I was watching and y'all were talking, and I was just like, why is nobody commenting on the fact that he's not wearing the yellow hat. He's wearing like a yellow rain cap and a yellow raincoat now.
Yeah.
I thought he was, but I wasn't sure if I was just having a false memory. Like, oh yeah, I remember when he was dressed as Paddington. Did that happen?
Yeah, it was Gnormington for a moment.
He stood up and went, Lumen! Lumen!
He was too little for the tires to get caught in it or whatever.
No,
happened.
there were two car moments. Talking about the car moment before the villain runs him over.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the villain doesn't run him over. He tries to run him over and he fails.
He tried. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. Semantics.
Yeah, the other one is just like a motorcyclist swerves and nearly hits him.
No. The other one is literally he's going to get run over. It's before the hearse chase.
Oh, so there are. Oh, right. There are 3 times he nearly gets run over.
Dude, they keep fucking missing, man.
There's so many Norm gets hurt scenes.
Not enough. Can I just say, not enough.
There aren't enough.
It should be fucking constant. This movie would have, dude, I don't know, 25% more hurt.
If Gnorm was in constant peril.
I mean, he kind of already is. It's fucking insane. His fucking life sucks.
It's so
But what
good.
makes it weird is if you see Pumpkinhead,
Oh, fuck.
you can think, oh, it's amazing, or oh, it's fine. Like I'm in the camp, like it's fine. Like there's cool stuff. But you get it. Like, okay, this is like, Southern curse. It's like he's gonna take revenge. Like you understand what the movie's supposed to be.
Yeah.
With this, is this Stan Winston like pulling a prank on
It's
everyone?
it's impossible.
Is this supposed to be Earnest? It can't be completely Earnest. There's no way.
Although I will say, he is not the only person, like, he didn't write this movie. Like, the writer of the movie is somebody called Pendensham and John Watson.
That is a pen name. That is not a real name.
Is Pendensham like an elf in a Telvanni tower? I'm like, that's...
They worked on
It's like a detective name. Name's Pendensham.
the Robin Hood movie, Prince of Thieves.
The Mel Brooks one?
No, Prince of Thieves. Kevin Costner one.
Oh, yeah, that makes more sense.
They're the ones that wrote it. Actually, they wrote Robin Hood after Gnorm. Man, what the fuck? Their lives, they must have a really interesting lives.
Yeah.
That's
Like-
why it's so weird.
It's
Like,
kind of interesting.
Stan Winston makes Gnorm, and Steven Spielberg's like, yeah, I just saw Gnorm. It was great. Want to come do dinosaurs for Jurassic Park?
I mean, to be fair, if you just look at Gnorm and nothing else, pretty impressive. You don't need anything else.
It is. The effects are insane. And like Stan Winston's, no one would ever question his effects, but I just can't help but thinking, was Sam Neill and someone else talking about Gnorm on the set of Jurassic Park? Like, did someone bring up his last movie? Like, oh, he directed something called Gnorm recently.
Let's check it out.
What would you do if you were just minding your own business, working on a video or something, and then Gnorm like tunnels up and appears like in your
Like he
in
Bug
your
Bunny?
room? Yeah, he just like he digs up. My first thought would be, pretty impressive.
My first thought would be, I want to kill myself because I don't want to live in this world.
Take me to Downworld, bro.
Take me. Hey, you want to take me down with you, bro?
So Parker Bennett and Terry Runt worked on Norm, but guess what movie they also worked on?
Who are they? Sorry.
Terry, I posted a blog. It's a
Meet the Hendersons.
Oh, are they the
No.
comedy writers?
Super Mario Brothers, the Super Mario Brothers writer.
Are you
The Super Mario
Shit.
Brothers movie writer. Yep. Terry Runt, I believe, is the Super Mario Brothers writer, and I posted the blog post because it's from a collaborator with him.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused because they're
because
not.
they're not listed as the head writers.
not
They
listed.
did. Yeah, they're not credited. They just
No, they're not listed like at all. That's why I'm confused.
yeah, because they just did joke writing for this movie.
Weird.
Oh, odd.
They just got an under the table paycheck. They were on production, I think, but they're not on the
Terry
IMDb.
Runt?
Terry, I'll post his IMDb.
Yeah, they literally are not listed in any of the credits. That's so interesting.
What parts were jokes that they wrote?
The Zagnut thing. The Zagnut thing was theirs.
Okay. If Gnorm tunneled out from the ground in front of me,
Yeah, let's circle back on this.
I would not have much time to think. I think I would just start strangling him like Shinji in the end of Evangelion.
Strangling him? That's so much more violent than I thought. I thought like kicking him down back in this hole. But no, you would grab him out and just fucking go for it.
No, I think I would just like have to leap on him and go for the kill. There's something about his eyes that are like
threatening.
Like he kind of could hurt me easily. There's something very primal.
You got to make your move before he starts yawning at you, because then it's over.
Yeah, like if he gets a out, it's over.
You would have to, but the thing is, it's scary, right? Because he has so much power.
Yes.
Do you remember when he got shot? Bro, bullets,
Yeah,
he is impervious to
into
bullets.
shit.
Literally impervious to bullets.
Yeah, well, is he impervious to my fucking hands across his throat? I don't think so.
Does he breathe like
Proceed.
that? How can you be so sure that that's how he breathes? How do you not know? How is
It's worth a shot.
maybe he breathes by like moaning?
What's the alternative, Billy? Accept your fate. You got to do something. It's you or him.
He's not even you. All you said was that he popped out. He didn't do anything yet.
If you look at Gnorm and you don't have your fight or flight triggered immediately, then I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, I would have fight or flight, but I might choose flight.
Then it's over for you. All he has to do is let out one, and it's over.
And then I would explode like those dogs.
And you saw how fast he tunnels too.
Yeah.
He does tunnel really fast. He's just Bug Bunny.
Yeah, there's an actual Bugs Bunny scene where he tunnels through the hallway super fast and it's cute. And then the chief walks by and says, "If you see him, shoot him on sight." Like he knew.
This movie is awesome.
At that point in the movie, after his examination, like his fucking medical exam, they know.
where he sees balls.
Yeah, they know how fucked up he is. They know he's scary. Dude, I can't wait for the video version where it's just gonna be that scene, but a censor bar where his nuts are.
I'm just imagining an AMV to Norm set to 3 Days Grace.
Can you make the sensor ball really long? Yeah, thank you. Like way longer than it needs to be.
I'm gonna wake up tomorrow. This movie won't be real.
It's just gonna be
That's what I'm
gone.
thinking too, actually.
It feels like one of those. Like this sounds psychotic out of context. Like even remembering the movie,
sounds
like, Paddington
psychotic
costume
in
didn't
context,
happen.
man.
What context? There is none. It just happens.
If I didn't see a title card called
A Gnome Named Gnorm,
I wouldn't have believed it was called that.
Apparently, some places called it The Adventures of A Gnome Named Gnorm, so it's a bit longer than that.
A Gnorm named Gnorm.
I saw
really
one. I
like
saw
it.
one VHS cover that said Normo Cop.
Yeah.
No way.
Gnome Cop.
Capo. It was like Gnormo Capo.
Normal capo, yeah. Like Gnome Cop. I think
This movie's fucking not real.
I think the word gnome has no meaning anymore, man. It's fucked up. Oh, fuck.
So stupid.
None of it's real.
There was never a gnome.
like-
there was never a Gnorm.
I don't know about you guys, but I feel fucking exhausted now.
Yeah, me too.
The movie was a lot. We
I
still
feel like
haven't.
I'm gonna wake up and he's gonna be at the foot of my bed. That's my paralysis creature.
I think we started at the beginning of the episode. We were like, oh, this is what happens in the movie. And then we got sidetracked by the balls and never explains
Well, fuck
anything that happened. It's not
There
worth
is nothing
it.
to explain what happens. He wants a rock.
Listener, fuck you. Fuck you. You've either watched it already or you haven't, and you will when you're done, because you have to watch this movie. We're not summing this whole fucking thing up for you. We've spoiled enough.
It's such an unbelievable fucking movie. You might as well just go watch it. Oh my God.
It's literally free, and it's
yes.
not even.
It's free on fucking YouTube right now if you search Upworld or fucking A Gnome Named Gnorm or whatever the fuck they call it nowadays, because it changes all the time. It's free. Fucking watch it. It's like an hour 20?
It's less than an hour and a half.
It's an hour 20 and it's fucking unbelievable. And you can skip like 6 minutes of the fucking end credits if you want. You don't have to stay.
You don't have to.
You can leave
care
after
about the
that.
people who worked on it. You don't have to do that.
No. Or you can, I don't Go watch
changes
it.
its name like it's on the most wanted list or something.
It should be.
Like it just has to trick its way into new homes every few years.
Oh my God, it's the Bye Bye Man.
My recommendation is have a Zagnut bar, watch some Gnome.
Yeah.
What is a Zagnut bar exactly?
Yeah,
Is it like
what's in there?
It's a Zagnut
peanuts in
bar.
it? Like,
No, you can't.
Yeah, but what's in
don't
it?
do that.
It's like a candy bar. It's a crunchy peanut butter surrounded by coconut.
Oh, that sounds really
that could
fucking
be good.
yummy.
It's really good. Zagnuts are good. I don't know if they still make them regularly, but
A lot of people are bitches about chocolate bars with coconut. I'm gonna be honest. People are so mean about.
if bad fake coconut flavor is really bad.
No, I fuck it, dude. I love Mounds, bro.
see, I don't know. I make sure that I buy Almond Joys. I take the almond, I suck the chocolate off, and I spit the almond out, and then I like the actual coconut filling.
I'm posting a picture of Zagnut in Pondering chat. I'm gonna be real. This is the most putrid looking thing I've ever seen in my
Oh,
life.
what the
Oh, that's
fuck?
like you've
Oh,
got a
God,
bad
that
photo of
looks
a
dry.
Zagnut bar.
This looks like a churro if it was from hell.
That's it, buddy. I'm
looks-
hitting you with a twin bing. 1 second. They make these in
Okay.
my city too. It's a twin bing.
Ew!
Yeah,
those
in
are
my
fucking
city.
fire. No,
Ew,
no,
oh.
those are fire.
They
That
are
is
fire.
mud.
They're
That
fire.
is
Grow up.
fucking mud.
No, man, they're tasty as shit.
Is that molasses on the outside?
It's so good. They're made in my town. Yeah.
It's not molasses.
like a
It's
horse-
like
I scooped that shit off the ground.
like soft cookie outside. I guess I don't know how to describe it.
I would not have.
The inside is just like a really nice mousse. It's good. It's yummy.
It's cherry nougat, and then it's like a crunchy, like gooey chocolate on the outside. Yeah, it's fondant. It's fondant, and nougat is the inside, and it's just nice, roughly textured chocolate on the outside. I fucking love a twin bing.
I love it. I had it when I visited you for your wedding. Actually,
And I was like, well,
'Cause
you're in town. You gotta
Yeah,
have
yeah.
a twin bing. You gotta have loose meat sandwiches.
that
Everything
and
else,
loose meat. Loose meat, really fucking good. I will say. I love a loose meat. I think it's because it's full of mustard and I love mustard. I'm a fucking enjoyer of that shit. I used to dip cucumbers into mustard when I was a kid.
What the fuck?
Nothing has changed.
I think with Norm, he finds out that there's no place like a gnome.
And that's a really nice place to end this on.
Are we gonna do cool versus art?
Yeah, let's have a think about this. What do you guys think? Is this art or is this cool?
I think it's the coolest fucking thing ever.
It's cool.
I refuse to call this art.
Yeah.
I'm like really violently objecting the notion that this movie is art.
You don't. I mean, well, you don't have to because I mean, you can just say it's cool because it is. There's not even really a conflict here. It's quite simply the coolest thing ever.
It ended with tits and poof poof or whatever
Yeah,
it was.
it
and
was
he
brown-
framed on his face as he
Pop,
thumbs
pop.
up.
Okay, so the pop was
Pop, pop.
was the butt.
Yeah. Nice pop pops.
Was it? Or I thought round was
Pop up sounds like
No, pop
Nice
is the boobs.
roundies.
Roundies is the boobs. Oh, roundies is boobs, and pop-ups are butt. Is that it?
Yeah, I think so. Let me.
Yeah. Okay.
We sound like we're deciphering a fucking 4-year-old.
Oh, Popos. It's Popos is butt.
Popos!
Roundies is boobs.
Does anyone
It's
have
Popos,
the
not
Norm
Popos.
cipher?
The Norm cipher. Oh fuck! It's like the Da Vinci Code for horny gnomes.
Oh, you know what? I did before we end it. I did want to mention Julian.
Oh?
I did find a couple other people that were also curious about the giant Sonico sign, the giant oil sign in his room.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
because
mean,
you were flabbergasted about that. I was like, that
who the
seems like
fuck has a
dude.
big fucking gas station sign hanging in their house?
I just thought it was dude couture.
I didn't feel like it was that weird, right? I thought it was just like
pretty
red r
weird.
slash
Well,
r slash
yeah.
dudes rock or whatever.
Billy, I don't think even dudes who rock, I don't think they would like see an Exxon Mobil sign and be like, "Oh, I gotta put that in the man."
Hell
cave."
yeah, Exxon.
Don't
I got
fucking-
BP above my bed.
You don't fucking know. Some people are really bad at. Dude, there might be somebody listening right now and he's fucking crying.
Good.
Right over him, giant like fucking Exxon thing.
He's got the
right there.
He's got the OG. He's got the fucking Shamrock, but from before they rebranded.
Yeah, and he's 70 years old, and he was just
And he's listening.
He was just
to this 'cause-
googling
yeah,
Gnorm.
yeah, googling the Norm.
Well, I was thinking, like, if you've ever seen an episode of American Pickers, they go to a lot of like barns and Midwestern houses, and a lot of old dudes really like to collect like road signs, oil cans, metal signs.
True.
Yeah, but this is not one of those guys.
It's Anthony Michael Hall. He's one of those guys now. Maybe it was just like a premonition for him.
Sure, man.
No,
sure.
No, his entire home was full of like random.
It was full of kitsch.
Yeah, it was full of this stuff. There was a giant, huge poster of like Amazing
This is Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I did not see
Yeah,
that.
yeah, there was just a bunch of shit.
It was right behind him on the couch while he was like
Oh
getting
my
on that.
god, Mandy Gnorm is slaying in that
It's
picture.
from the.
Yeah, that's
You
what I
haven't-
said.
oh,
I
you
thought we were
haven't-
talking about
that's the
that.
poster.
Posted.
Also,
that's the
that is
poster.
definitely not his real height. He is not 4 feet tall.
No, but what's the emotion you're supposed to feel looking at that? Like, what's their takeaway?
He's trying to make me horny like him.
For me, it's intrigue.
Actually, I have the most important question. Brendan, did you enjoy this movie?
Oh yeah. Would you show this to your friends? Would you show this to your family?
If I was sitting there in my bed and I closed my eyes and I opened my eyes and I was out there in the magical forest sitting on a mushroom surrounded by a couple of gnomes and they put this on a gnomish projector, bound and gagged, I was forced to watch it, I would walk away with more understanding about the gnomish plight in general.
Yeah.
But since it was just my beautiful friends here watching this movie with me, I gotta say, this movie, it's okay. It's okay.
No. You gotta have more reaction. It was not just okay. You had such strong reactions.
It was at least all
It didn't
right.
reach its full potential.
No, my reactions were more towards the, oh my God, you got me again, son of a bitch, I wasn't ready for this. Less about the actual content of the movie. The content of the movie itself I mean, I liked all the costume changes. I kind of just wanted to see Norm in a new disguise every single moment. Like, I wanted to see him, like, he had the sunglasses and the newspaper, but I wanted a big plastic mustache. Like, I wanted it to be incredibly overt. Like, Norm is dressing up here and there. He's, like, pulling out a badge and pretending he's a cop with the cop. Like, something about, like, the gnomish humor. It felt like they could have focused more on Norm and less on like aping other creature features. You have a little guy, you have a little gnome. Do more gnome content.
Yeah. Okay.
It did feel like gnome content was all that, like aping creature features is all they could do.
It was just, here's the buddy cop bit, here's a creature feature bit, here's a really uncomfortable bit where like, is this a horror movie? Oh no, fuck.
Do you mind? I'm just gonna explain a little something. I'm just gonna share with you guys how I pulled this off. I think 2 months ago, I sent Mandy a message where I told him one day you're gonna get munchied, and then I sent him a picture of the movie Munchie, and then I messaged Brendan and I said one day you're gonna get gnormed, and then I waited months until this.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And then we were all gnormed.
I don't know if you even realized that you already knew about Gnorm. Because I sent him to you already.
Well, yeah, but I was like, we were in the pre-medicated arc, and now we're in the medicated arc. I'm not going to remember anything before the medicated arc.
I'm glad you can remember.
That's just a haze. That's just a fog for me. I'm just wandering through the fucking dark.
You're on the nectar now.
I'm in the nectar now, true.
I was scared of somebody listening to this and buying a fucking 35 millimeter slide, so I bought it.
You bought one? Okay.
I
You
bought
have the
them. I had to
Gnome.
buy
Great,
it.
Gnome.
I had to buy the LAPD one because it's too fucking amazing.
Oh God.
When I look at it, I can just go,
Yeah.
It's right next to your Pregbert, yeah.
right next to. Oh my god, my collection is awful. I need to. Is there a Gooby memorabilia thing? Can I just buy the fucking suit?
I can do my digging because I'm a high level Googler, so I can do
The
some
suit
digging.
stays on during sex.
Can you imagine how disgusting that suit must be?
Oh god, so fucking nasty.
Why is this one like, what the fuck is this poster? This one's like, he's always in your peripheral and you can't see Norm clearly.
Yeah, I had seen that one.
He's like fucking PA in Dota 2.
It's because he's moving too fucking quick.
But it looks like he's reaching out towards you. Is it 3D?
I don't know. It's not. That's the.
Oh, no, this is
that's
a
the original
fridge
poster.
magnet. Good
No, the original
Lord.
poster is that. Like he's like blurred. It's weird. It's like he's going too fast towards you. It's fucking horrifying.
They did say he's fast.
Yet he is fast. And if you enjoyed this movie, go check it out. It's fun. I liked it more than Brendan. I think it's just horrifying.
I think it did. I wish we could have that missing 20 to 30 minutes. I'm sure are there.
There must be because
There's something missing.
there was definitely something missing. All right. Well, next time I don't know what the fuck we're gonna watch. I guess we'll actually watch Detention unless I lie again. I don't know.
I
That
can't
would
wait for it to be 2 gaslights in a row, like just bam, bam.
I couldn't do that because we have to. We're gonna do a collab with Versus Wolves, so I can't do that. Yeah.
Oh, you can't spring good Norm on them a second time and just go fuck it.
Sir, another Gnorm has hit the Gnome.
Dude, how awful would it be if I got fucking Wooly and John? We got Wooly and John on the show. The fucking movie starts and then it becomes I don't know, Gooby again. I think Wooly would never speak to me again if I did that.
All the love in the world is around you.
How do you know that song? What the fuck? I am so sorry you had to see that. If I can shift the blame a bit, this episode would not have been possible without the help from our patrons, such as Alan Diver, Boopulu, Brain Soup, Brass, Cassandra Crash, Chipples, Chips, Chris Chapman, DX Studios, Edward McMillan, Eric Scott Gillies, Ethereal, Geef, Generic Phoenix, Gwidiron. Oh my god, it's not Gwidiron, it's Gwidrion. I'm such a fucking Gidrian? I'm leaving all this. Guy Beam, Heretic Shark, Invictus Echo, Lambda Man, Leo the Geotech, Lucavia, Mr. Shirt, Mr. Starchy, Philosophicool, Presta Husk, Rat Supreme, Spherical May, Sponge Guy, Synthetic Pacifist, The Frost Ace, Trading Bark, Titty Bird, Tritty Bird, Toucan Farbin, Ulbert, Will9455, and Woodstock. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll see you next time for the normal horror movie.